Hey, so I'm going to talk to you very, very briefly about the Narcissism seminar that we've got coming up with Sam Vaknin in September. Who is this seminar for? That's a good question. And should I go? Well, I should go because I'm teaching there. But why should you go? The seminar is for anybody basically who's had enough. It's for people who are just sick of the whole thing and they just want to get on with their lives. For people who don't ever want to talk about or think about narcissistic abuse or narcissism ever again. For those who genuinely would like to get from being stuck in the limbo that they're in right now and just to be able to move on. Let me just briefly tell you how that will happen on this course. This is a very, very thorough course. It's very, very thorough and it's going to do some deep work. It's never been done before and we don't know whether we're ever going to do it again. For various circumstances in Sam's life and various circumstances in my life, it's very unlikely that this will ever happen again. The reason why this is going to be so powerful in terms of helping people to move on day one, which is my day, I will go through everything that I have learned that helps people to move on, that helped me to move on as a victim of narcissistic abuse and to get myself out of survival back into thriving again so that you actually can enjoy life and move forward, which can be nigh on impossible post-narcissistic abuse. It really fucks people's lives up. You know, I like to have a laugh and a joke on this channel and try and keep people in good spirits and everything, but the truth is, some people remain very stuck, very hurt for a very long time, and that's an issue. I'm going to give you everything I have in a condensed, easy to learn, easy to remember format on day one. It's 6 modules. Each one of those modules is going to be stripped down to a bare minimum of principle-based teaching of what you absolutely need to know from A to Z. I won't leave any stone unturned of everything you need to know in order to move on. Day 2, that's Sam's day. That's Sam Vaknin's day. This is not the Sam Vaknin that you've gotten used to via his YouTube channel. This is Sam around people. This is Sam chatting and interacting with people. That's a different Sam. He's funny, he's charming, and he cares about doing a good job. That's part of the personality disorder. He wants to be the best. So instead of, it makes me laugh, people who are clearly surrounded by very narcissistic characters who don't want to help them at all won't go and see Sam Vaknin and start sucking their thumb and going, I'm not going to see him because he's a narcissist. Yeah, like 80% of the people who are around you in the middle of this fucking zombie apocalypse narcissism epidemic, except the difference between them and Sam is he knows everything there is to know about that subject, and guess what? He wants to help. Why? Because that's part of who he is. That's part of what he needs. That's part of the personality disorder. So you've got somebody who's highly qualified, who's obsessed with the subject and obsessed with helping people to get on with their lives because of what that makes him feel about himself, part of the mechanics of his mental structure and who he is, who wants to help you. It makes me laugh, except it's a sad laugh. It's not a real laugh. It's like this, ha ha. It's not a real laugh. It's a sad laugh because as I look around, I see that, when I say we're in the middle of a narcissism epidemic, it's not that we're an epidemic of narcissistic personality disorder, because that's a fairly unique set of circumstances that somebody has to be raised in childhood to create that split. But we are in an epidemic of highly narcissistic styles and highly narcissistic strategies. And the way that people are interacting with each other today is not the same way that they interacted with each other 10 years ago. I know every person that slips into middle age says this, so I'm kind of just sounding like a guy approaching 40, but we know this is verifiably true. People interact with each other in a different way right now. Not because they have NPD necessarily, but because of different cultural factors that are causing people to behave in a style or in a way that is highly narcissistic. It doesn't matter why that person is doing it to you, whether they're coming from NPD or they just have developed like this culturally induced narcissistic style, it will still hurt you just as much. So you have to be prepared, you have to be protected for that. This course is going to give you everything you need. Sam's day, where he'll be on stage with his wife Lydia, who also works as a life coach. I've spent hours chatting to both Sam and Lydia. I guarantee you are going to learn a huge amount in a very short space of time, talking to them, watching them interact, listening to what they have to say, asking them questions. You will be hit with, so many light bulb moments talking to these people because they understand this subject from the inside. These aren't just some lame, half-arsed self-appointed life coaches who set up a YouTube channel who are now babbling on about narcissism based on some articles that they've peeled off the internet. These are people who've studied the subject. Sam Vaknin keeps up with the latest academic literature on personality disorders as it comes out. Even I don't do that. I read a bit of it. If he recommends it, I'll go and read it and I'll try and absorb it because I'm more focused at the other end, which is helping the codependent. No, I don't really study narcissistic personality disorder any further beyond just helping people who are like me, codependent, fawning style enablers, who were probably raised as the black sheep of the family, not the golden child of the family. But I will say to you that spending time with him, that asking him pertinent questions about your situation could change your life. This is not to be too grandiose about it, this seminar doesn't just represent, an interesting seminar about narcissism, but it's actually going to be an evolutionary step forward in the way in which we approach the issue of narcissistic abuse and therapy for narcissistic abuse, recovery for the victims of narcissistic abuse. Up until recently, I have been saying to people, go and read your counselling directories, go and find a psychotherapist or a counsellor and get somebody good who says that they know about this subject and work with them. I want to retract those statements. That is not a smart thing to do. This is based on first-hand experience with different people that I've had recently. The people out there are not qualified to help you with this subject. I am. Sam Vaknin is. Lydia, Sam's wife, is. Because we've lived it and we're doing it from the inside and we know what we're talking about. To wit, to woo. What I would like people to think about doing, if you're interested in becoming a life coach under me, then please get in touch. It's important that you already have some kind of a life coaching qualification and that you're already working as a life coach. Just get in touch, send me an email saying life coaching inquiry. What we're also looking at doing is qualifying people to be therapists under Sam in a new style of therapy that I can't talk about just yet, but I will be talking about in the months to come. So if you are already working as a qualified counsellor or a psychotherapist and you would be interested in that, again, please get in touch with me and I'd like to talk to you because what we're looking at doing now is training counsellors, training life coaches. There's going to be a life coaching training and there's going to be a separate training for psychotherapists. They're two different things, but we're going to train people up to help the victims of narcissistic abuse to actually move forward. So not everybody can come to this seminar, but if you can, you really should make the effort to come. It's going to be an awesome weekend. There's going to be a lot of light bulb moments for people. You're going to learn a hell of a lot. And if you don't, you're kind of going to be missing out. I'm not going to lie. So please do come to seminar. It's going to be great. And if you're interested in becoming a coach or a psychotherapist, or you are already a psychotherapist or counsellor with some experience, please do get in touch because Sam's actually going to train some people in what he's doing as well. Okay, that's enough for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at the seminar on the 25th of September at the Park Inn, Radisson, Heathrow. Thanks very much for your time and your attention, and I will speak to you again soon.